Hello, LEGO fans. So this is my New York Sanctum Moc. I've been working on it for quite a few months now, and I only just now got a chance to make a video about it. So, I guess let's start with the characters, and then we'll do Spider-Man's apartment building, and then the Sanctum. I will say this is the first of 6 videos that I want to make. I've been taking the Infinity War LEGO sets, and I've been having a lot of ideas to upgrade them and make them better. The Sanctum set was very small, I loved the set, but it was very small, and in a lot of places it was poorly done. So I wanted to take it and the other Infinity War sets, because there's a few of them that could have been a lot better in my opinion, and just kind of upgrade them in a series of videos. I'm not sure how many of them I'm going to get to this year, but hopefully I'll be able to get to them very soon. So let's go ahead and start with the characters. So we'll go ahead and start with the villains. I kind of did my own Sinister Six for this. Sandman, I didn't add much to him. I just gave him a simple axe. There's not much to see there. Electro, I had a few different Electros that I kind of wanted to do, but this one it's kind of based on the comics and the movie. I know that the suit that I used is actually from a Hydra agent from a Lego set that came out, probably 6-7 years ago. But it worked for Electro. It was the perfect colors, and took me a while to find what kind of helmet I'd use, but then this one kind of looked cool, so I think it came out well. And then you have Vulture. This, I didn't modify anything about this. This is from the newer Lego set from the No Way Home movie, but inspired by Homecoming. So, and then you have Shocker, which is also, I didn't add much. I just gave him a helmet. This is a helmet from Ironmonger, or whatever his name is. Not 100% sure. But it looks good on him. I don't know if this is exactly close to the comics of what Shocker's helmet would be, but I thought it worked well for this, so that's that. And then you have Green Goblin, and I really wanted him to look like William Dafoe's Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. This is actually Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus's head from the Lego sets, and then the hair is from Peter Parker, but I thought it looked a lot like William Dafoe's Green Goblin from the movie, so I gave them to him, and I think he worked out great. Then you have Doc Ock, who is probably the furthest from anything in the movies or comics. I gave him a suit from Tron to look like he has his own set of technology like Iron Man, His legs are pretty simple from a Lego set. One of the first Spider-Man sets I got, which was Nick Fury's flying car. And the head is from Mr. Freeze from the Bat Ski set, and it makes him look kind of crazy, like he's done some experiments on himself. But I thought it looked kind of cool, so I went ahead and went with that. And then for the superheroes, you might be wondering what's going on there with Mysterio, but I'll get into that in a sec. This is the square thing that is in the movie. I don't remember what it's called, but Doctor Strange and Spider-Man fight over it, and when you press the button, it sends the villains back to their universes, their timelines. Doctor Strange is just, the one from the movie. But then you have Mysterio and Spider-Man, and the reason they have all this extra get-up on them is they're actually for a stop-motion movie that I will be making soon. Big project that I want to work on, and pretty excited to make it, but that's just a little bit of a preview for what the movie's going to look like. So now we will move on to Spider-Man's apartment building. Alright, and so for the apartment building, it was definitely something I just threw together in one day. I tried not to use too many pieces because I needed a lot of pieces for the sanctum, but I tried to still keep the pizza place at the bottom and try to keep the same brick look to it, but and I even still kept the function of knocking the window down. And then I kind of added something to the back that I thought was kind of cool. You know, it's his building, it's his place, so I thought it would be kind of fun to put that there. I know it's a little silly, but you know, it's all of the other Lego sets of Spider-Man. You know, you always have his symbol on his vehicle. I thought you might as well have his mask on the back of his building. The interior is the same as the Lego set. It's just side by side instead of stacked up. I did add this though, and you won't be able to recognize this from the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, but it's supposed to be that thing that they call a fabricator, something like that, and it's what he uses to make like the cures for the villains to fix them, and I think it looks kind of cool. You know, it's not. I know it's not the most accurate thing to the movies. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do this with only two hands. But I think it worked out pretty good. It's almost like it's shooting him in the head there. I think it worked out pretty good, and it folds up pretty neatly, so it can just go right back into that spot there. And yeah, if I had more pieces, I would definitely redo both this and the sanctum. But both of these, I had already ordered a whole bunch of pieces to help make the sanctum, and I didn't want to have to order any more because it already had taken like 2 months or so for the ones to come in. So both of these, this one more so, but both of them a little bit just thrown together with my own pieces, kind of like some of my earlier mocks that I've done on the channel. But now we can move to the big one. And this, I know, you know, there's certain things that aren't the right color. You know, the roof isn't the right color. If you look here, this brown is darker and this is darker, but I really only wanted the doorway to be dark brown and then the rest of it be this orange-brown color. But it didn't work out like that because I actually ran out of these, and these took a few months to come in the first place. So I didn't want to have to wait another 2 months to be able to finish this thing. And I ordered like 100 or so of this color of brick here. So I used a lot of it for the side of the building. I just wish that I could have had it all be the same color. And then these pillars here, I wish I could have had more gray ones. A lot of these are from the Lego set though. Obviously the door is. These here. If you really look, there's a lot of things that are from the Lego set that I just, like this whole part right here is from the Lego set, and I threw it on the roof to have the window there. But I did order a lot of pieces from the Lego website for a pretty good price too, and just so I could do the roof and the whole exterior. But I didn't want to have to order any more, but in the future, if I ever had a Lego city on a table, like some collectors do, I would definitely order the right colors and go ahead and complete this third floor to make it look more accurate. But from far away, it still looks pretty accurate. Now, there are some things to the roof that I added that aren't even in the movie. Maybe some of it is. This cable here, the cables here, I thought was kind of a cool detail to buildings. I've never been in New York, but I imagine that they have telephone poles on top of buildings and stuff like that. So I thought it would be kind of cool to go ahead and make one and stick it on top of the sanctum here. Let's go ahead and take off the roof though. It's very easy to take off the roof, but I'm gonna have to put the phone down for a sec. Okay, so the roof is made so that there are no studs attached to the bottom of it, and you can simply lift it up off of there. And I'll show you the bottom of it here in a sec. But I put all of the smooth flat plates that I could use offhand just to make it so that the roof can just flip flat on there. And so that it doesn't slide around, I used yellow brick to perfectly outline, see if I can do this, perfectly outline the entire building so that it can just sit up there without sliding around at all. And then I used Technic bricks and Technic pins to beef up the center of it so that when you're placing minifigures down or when you're placing Lego pieces down, you can actually build on it without it falling through the building and crashing. So that's something that I thought was pretty fun to do, was to beef up the bottom of it. So we'll go ahead and look at the inside of the top, and then we'll look at the inside of the building. We got a greenhouse that I added. It's not in the movie, but I thought it would be kind of cool. I did not put a door to get into the greenhouse, but it still looks pretty cool, I think. And then you have a little garden area with a pink tree. Now, again, the pink tree isn't in the movie either, but I saw those pink bricks in my Lego collection, and I've never used them before. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to use them for this, just to add some color to the building, as if there wasn't enough color in the background, you know. But I still have his desk with the maps and things. I didn't change that at all. I have air conditioning units and pipes and things and chimneys, and then I have the what's it called? Telephone pole. And it comes off easily because I wasn't able to find pins to put in the inside so that it stays more stable, but I haven't done that yet. But it's fine because it only needs to look good. Now for the interior of the rest of the building. I kept this from the Lego set. I just threw it on the side there. And then you can see in the windows the different things from the other Doctor Strange sets. On the first floor is basically the basement from the film. If you've seen No Way Home, you might be able to recognize it. It has 5 cells for the Sinister Five because they didn't want to do 6 for the movie. And then you have where Ned is at the laptop, the guy in the chair, you know. And then you have, that's actually all from the Lego set right there. This whole thing here with the doorway, that's all from the Lego set. I added the washer and dryer because they were in the movie, and I needed to add some detail in the interior. I didn't do too much for the interior. Then I have over here, I have a classic TV with the antennas, and then I have the couch and the controller that was from the Lego set. So there's not, like I said, there's not too much for the interior. I just kind of threw some things in there. I kept the chest with the arms sticking out of it because just adds some monsters to have in the sanctum. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those 3 blue doors there, those are supposed to be those doors in the film that lead to different places on Earth. I didn't do too much with those because right when I was finishing this sanctum, the Lego company, the official Lego, released their New York building, their New York Sanctum building, and I didn't want to compete with theirs because obviously they have a lot more pieces to select from, and they invested a lot of money into building theirs, and mine's just really thrown together. So I didn't want to compete with the interior, but I will say that the exterior is probably one of the best things that I've ever made of Lego. And I enjoy the black looking roof more than the green that they have in the Lego set. I think it looks cooler. Let's get the roof on real quick. Okay, so, and I know that the sides of the building is not necessarily covered up, but if you think about how it would be beside other buildings, those other modular buildings that you can buy, if I had my own city, I'd put some buildings beside it so it would cover up the ugly sides. But I think overall, this is one of the best and biggest things that I've ever made out of Lego. Probably the most detailed when it comes to exterior design. One of my favorite things that I've done. And yeah, one thing that I want to note, in case you didn't notice, is this brick is actually upside down. And that was actually a lot of fun to do because when I was ordering this color of brick here, the orange-brown color, I was looking at pictures online of the sanctum, and when you see the second floor, there's like a circular window, and the best way that I could think about doing it, and the easiest way for me, was to use these pieces and just turn one of them upside down. So this actually isn't connected, but it's wedged in there using this piece right here. It goes all the way through and kind of holds it in place just by the window sitting on top of it. Just kind of holds it there. And it was one of my favorite things to design in this mock here. One thing that I would also like to change if I had better pieces is this fence here, this gate. I'd put an actual door there that it would be similar to this one, and that way it could actually be a balcony like it looks like in the photos that are on Google. But other than that, I think it's a pretty awesome mock. If you know what the Sanctum is from the movies, looking at it, you'd know what it is. You know, it resembles the Sanctum pretty good. So, but yeah, so that concludes the video, and soon, hopefully, I can upload more frequently. I just recently got the GED handled, so now that I'm not investing so much time in getting a GED, I can spend more time on Legos. but you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out.